What can I say? We are live. We are here.
Yes.
We are live as in not live, but alive.
We're live to us. That's what
We're living
matters.
alive.
We're
living
alive to us.
Hey man,
here.
I'm alive to me.
You know? I'm a guy. I'm a guyve.
You're a guy.
It's when a guy is alive.
Yeah.
It's very important.
I'm an
a
alive
guyve.
guy.
Don't worry, nurse. He's a guy for now.
Oh, an alive guy got you.
My God, he's still a guyve.
I'm afraid your husband is no longer a guy. The transitional surgery was complete. It was successful.
Oh my God.
He's
Yeah, it's
alive.
He's a die. A what? A dead guy. Call him a die.
I'm afraid your husband is a dead. What? A Lyle. What?
Lyle of.
He's a dive. What?
Oh my God. It's like
I'm a bad nurse.
I don't know how to read.
I
Speak.
don't know what words are.
I don't know numbers.
I'll mix words together for fun, sometimes on accident.
I don't
Sometimes.
frankly know how to read a clock. Is it an AM or PM situation?
Like the fucking literal doctor from Arrested Development. It's like, he's going to be all right. Oh, thank God. It's like, and his arm's okay? Well, no, he lost his left arm, so he's going to be all right.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch that show. I watched that all the way through.
I could never get
It's just
into
so
it,
good.
but every time I
loved
see
it.
a clip,
Silly
I'm
show.
like, oh shit. There's some
It's
good
meant
stuff
for
here.
it's like meant for the streaming age because it's got so many little like fucking jokes and like little witty shit that
little bits.
yeah, and it just carries over from episode to episode, so it's like built for binging.
It's also somehow feels like it's constantly moving towards some plot thing,
Right.
but also not at all. Like
Yeah.
going nowhere somehow at the same time.
It's amazing.
It's really
Yeah.
a bizarre show, but it's funny as fuck.
Yeah. It's
Trish
funny.
loves
It's,
that show.
yeah, I need
It's
to
like
check
the-
it out.
It's like the proto like The Office and all those, you know? Right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, it
before
was
those-
like basically the first show that really leaned into that look of the and they
was
leaned
big.
into the premise of it too. They actually had it more of a reality show than The Office. The Office was like that in the early eps. It was
Right.
more like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a show.
The show about fake people.
Yeah, about fake people. So one of these
Fakes.
episodes, we got to bring up the big dude on TikTok with the hair tie, the top knot, who
I'm right
I aim
here.
for the cap. That guy.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Sure,
Dude.
I'm familiar.
No, don't give up. Why would you give up? Let me ask you that. Why would you give up when tomorrow might be the day you win? You trying to give up now? After all that? No.
Tomorrow might
No.
be the day you win.
I'd
made
rather
a
sit on
video
the
like-
curb
He
eat
made
a
a
bucket
video
of
like,
shit.
oh yeah, I'd
with
rather
a
sit on.
biscuit.
I'm single because
I'm single because y'all ain't shit. I'm not shit either.
this ain't about me.
But this ain't about me. Like that's really clever. Like that's
Yeah.
really clever.
I'd rather
Anyways,
sit
fuck
on the
all that.
curb and eat
What do
a
you- what
bucket
do
of
you guys-
shit with a biscuit before I sit at a table and feast with fake friends.
With fake friends. Like, wow. Such
Like,
wisdom.
wow. Fucking crazy, dude.
R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, what did you guys do this week? How you guys been personally in your personal lives? Tell me.
Been good. Been getting a lot of freelance work, so I've been doing that.
Nice.
So that's been nice to get back into. Sometimes it's hard because it feels like you leave work and then you come back to do more work. You know, I just want to vegetate, but it's nice getting
Vegetate.
that extra paper.
That extra paper.
Stacking that paper.
You've been sticking with your workouts and your nutrition supplementarianism?
Absolutely, I never falter.
I'm a nutritional
I never
supplementarian.
faltered once.
Have you ever seen me falter?
it's like the image of like the giant Dark Souls boss versus the tiny little guy, and you're the tiny little guy, and the Dark Souls boss is just some chocolate at a reception desk.
Well, to be honest, I've been giving in to the sweet tooth. So, yeah, I had a little candy bar yesterday.
I had a couple mini crackle bars.
I can't wait till Tony's huge, and then he's like, "Oh, I gave into a little whatchamacallit the other day." Ooh,
And half a Kit Kat.
That's an actual candy bar in this Fuego.
No, it's great.
Yeah, peanut butter chocolate
No, that's
bar.
underrated candy.
Yeah, very underrated. Top 10.
It's like whatchamacallits. It's just like I want it to be like the size of a brick. That's the only problem with those.
It's always way too small.
I need a Toblerone to be. Actually, Toblerone's pretty well sized. I like how big that is.
Did they got?
I need it to be a little less intense though. Toblerones are built like anti-homeless architecture. They're built like those benches you can't sleep on. Like what the fuck is
I
up
think they're
with
meant
that?
to be like the shapes of mountains, you know, because there's mountains on the package. So they're like,
Yeah, but that shit really drills into the top of my mouth.
right.
Like,
It's not a pleasant feeling.
and then it's like
just
this.
tastes good.
It comes in a almost wooden box. Like it's a fucking cardboard ass box. You strip the box open, and then you pull it out of the sleeve. But then it has like the most light, terrible aluminum foil on it that like you can't pull off in like reliable chunks. Those are personally some of my criticisms of the Toblerone product.
See,
I get one of those every Christmas.
I've
Sorry, go
never
ahead.
had one because I can't. But like
that's
looking
right.
at it, yeah.
You're allergic to legumes.
I'm allergic to dude's balls.
Wait, are you
but,
really
like,
allergic to nuts? I didn't know that.
Legumes.
Really?
Legumes.
Yeah,
but,
really.
Yeah, no, I'm allergic
There's nuts
to
in whatchamacallits.
I'm not allergic to peanuts. I'm allergic to everything else.
That's like the opposite of what is supposed to be, how it's supposed to be. People are supposed to
You're
be
actually
allergic to peanuts.
incorrect, but anyway.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
I would know about nut allergies, dude. Come on.
Yeah, dude. But like, no, looking
Having
at
not
this,
had any my entire life.
Or any family member ever. Yeah, I would know.
ever. This is just like the evil version of a caramello. And that's
Bro,
just what I
it's
get
fire.
from looking at it.
You can break it off into chunks, and it's like crispy, chocolatey, and rich.
They have a dark
But-
chocolate version. Oh my god.
Of Toblerone?
Yeah.
Oh my god, nut.
Yo.
So your mental's been good, probably, Tony, because you're sticking with your workouts, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Do you feel like overall your mental is pretty stable because of the amount of endorphins you release via working out?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like super hype waking up in the morning and looking in the mirror and just be like, damn, I'm in really good shape. And that just like is an automatic like boost to the ego, I guess, for the day. It's,
True.
I mean, it's the simplest way to break it down.
Yeah.
Sounds
good
kind of
starter.
shallow, but yeah,
No, hey, looking good makes you feel good. That's just a fact.
exactly.
That's
So,
why I feel good all the time. Yeah, man. That's great. Yeah, I've realized that like on days when I don't work out, I miss that. Like, I feel like you get this. I get this sort of hazy calm that layers on top of me after I work out, where it's like I could just kind of deal with anything that day, even from a 20-minute workout. If it's hard and I'm sweating and out of breath,
yeah.
and I really do it, I'm like, I'm not worried about a single damn thing that's going to happen. I could get fired today. My whole life could go to shit, but at least I'm done with that goddamn workout.
Well, that's the thing. If you work out on a day, no matter what else happens that day, you've done like something positive or like made some good change in your life to where you're in better shape, hypothetically. Unless you like hurt yourself, obviously, but you gotta be careful.
Dude, I'm like beefing with my fucking gym right now because I joined the Y and they're closed on Sundays. And it's just like I've had 2 days off just because I haven't had time to go. And I woke up this morning. I was like 7 a.m. I woke up at 7 a.m. for nothing, bro.
Again,
Nothing, bro.
Are you talking about last week? When
Yeah,
you
Max,
texted
how
us?
have
No,
you
I did
been
it again
in
because I keep
general?
forgetting.
What have you been? You've been working out basically 2 on, 1 off, something like that?
Yeah, I've been trying to keep with that schedule. Just kind of focusing on like mobility and just basically going until I sweat a puddle and then leave. It's just
It's a good measurement.
yeah. But yeah, no,
Been
I
doing
feel
any stairs?
Huh?
Been doing any stairmasters?
No, I've just been like hitting the bike really hard and hitting upper
I feel like
body
those are
every other
bad on
day.
your knees. I don't know. I feel like that's gonna fuck your knees up doing a Stairmasters.
Potentially. It might grind the cartilage to nothing, but it burns a lot of fat.
I grind
Have
your
you
shit
tried
into dust.
doing concrete knee blasters? Have you tried doing that?
Have you tried? There's this new exercise. It's really hip. It's where you take a hammer that looks like Mjolnir and you just
swing
fucking
it.
hit people's
Yeah.
knees head on with it.
Other
Right.
people's knees, and it will build your own. Yeah.
It builds
Yeah,
your arm
exactly.
strength.
Yeah, exactly. And then you take turns. You get a partner, and then they do it to you. Yeah, and it breaks down the muscle fibers in your knees, strengthens them.
Well, Tony, stop yawning for a second and shut the fuck up because I have something I have to tell you guys.
Oh, sounds serious.
I forgot
What is
something.
it?
Oh,
What could it
not
be?
not one to forget usually.
Yeah, not usually, but today I
Oliphant.
did.
Timothy Oliphant.
I'm
With
pretty
good memory.
embarrassed.
You
said
remember?
Timothy
You remember
Oliphant?
things.
I said you're like an elephant, Timothy Oliphant.
You're like an OnlyFans.
Good
Fuck
memory.
up. Shut the fuck up. I forgot to introduce the podcast.
Very stupid of you. Very stupid of you to do that.
Very dumb.
Very stupid, dumb,
Stupid man.
stupid, dumb.
Ladies and gentlemen, what can I say? It is Monday, September 13th, 2021. I almost said the 12th. Not today, but Satan. Get behind me, Satan. I'm going to get it right. September 13th, 2021. Welcome to another episode of Woken Boke. Boom! Yeah, man. Episode 102 to be exact.
Exact.
I am your host, Connor Boyd,
Blowst.
joined, as always, by my best friends from the great Gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. You may know me from TikTok. You may know me from other shit. I could tell you guys that I'm trying to figure out, let me just say this. And I feel like I'm comfortable saying this because the people who watch the show are truly ride or die fans, or they're just homies, or they're just chill people. I can't get a grasp on how famous I am. I don't know yet because I don't think I'm famous. 'Cause I'm not on television and I'm not on movies and I don't have that many followers on Instagram or Twitter, which is usually a metric for exposure. But I swear to God, like this week, I went out Friday, I think, and 3 separate people walked up to me because they recognized me. So if any of those people wanted to listen to this program that I like to do, please, it would mean a lot.
Yes.
But yeah, man, if you know me from that and you said, wow, look at that. In his bio, it says he has a podcast with his best friends. I want to check that out. Let me tell you something. You're a chill motherfucker. I appreciate it. And welcome. Also joining us is another man who deserves just as much, frankly, love and support from you as you me. Max Sansa is here today. Max,
Hello.
how you doing?
I'm here. I'm right
Yep.
here, hanging out.
I'm loving the dope Varial shirt. It's one of your best tees, I think. This shit looks
It's icy.
killer.
It's an icy one.
Is that math variables?
Yeah, I believe
I'm
that's,
thinking of variables.
Yep.
That's what I'm
I believe that's chiller font.
This is my
I were
math
to
shirt.
guess. Oh, you're talking about variables.
Yeah, no, this is my Pythagorean shirt. My fucking
Oh,
My
Pythagorean.
Pythagoras theorem, as
yeah, dude.
Mr. Shaw would
This
say.
is my right angle shirt. This is my mx plus y equals b.
I'm laughing so hard, my sides are gonna bust. I'll tell you that. Also, with us is the squintiest man, the man who squints more than anyone in this world. We have the one, the only, the iconic, the OG, Tony Harrop on the show.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
Hi. I'm the bone.
Tony Harrop. Hi. I'm the bone.
Hello.
Hi. Listen, every week we get together to catch up on the latest in video games, current events, movies, music, and a whole lot more. If you are a listener, whether it's your first time or 80th,
Or your last time.
Or your last time. If you get COVID and die after this, that sucks. Get the vaccine, dummy. Just kidding. Consider subscribing to us on YouTube. We put out a video portion every single week. I edit it every single week. And we only have about 400 subscribers, but I know we have like 2,000 listeners. So if y'all want to hop over and give us a sub, even if you don't watch it, it would still support us and we'd appreciate it. You can also follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts if you're not already doing so you don't miss a single episode. And you can also follow us on Twitter. That's at WOKENBOKEPOD and Instagram at WOKENBOKEPODCAST. Get updates on the podcast every week and reach out to our Gmail, wokeandbokepodcast@gmail with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. Links to all these are listed in the show description. Fellas, we are here.
I just gotta say, when you spelling that shit out kind of made my brain short circuit for a second. Venom, you're never gonna know what hit him.
Venom,
The devil in. Sorry.
The Evelyn, as I've ever been. My real name is Evelyn.
Fucking stance.
Sorry. With sin
That's
and
just still
The
so
two
funny.
things. The two things I wanted to say about my week, by the way.
No one asked.
We're trying out a little bit more of a regimented segmentation, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to try and do a little weekly catch-up personal life shit like most podcasts do at the beginning. But what I wanted to say was I went on a picnic with Trish, which was nice. I think it might have been last week. I don't know.
You
but I went
prepare some sandwiches or something for that?
We did. This was probably a week ago. It's probably last week, but I didn't mention it.
Some deli meat on those?
Sure.
Some jelly
Some
meat?
cheese?
Oh, you know what I did more recently is I did Friday go to Trish's band, Nudes, people who make the song for this podcast.
Very cool.
I went to their show. But yeah, I did make tuna melts with Trish. That was weak. I realize that's old news. But yeah, I went to their show. They were very good. They rocked out hard.
Started in mosh
sound
pit.
great.
Hurt people because I'm massive.
was doing side kicks, spinning side kicks, aiming strictly for the head.
Steel-toed boots. Swung my feet
Steel-toed
around.
boots, swinging it into people's rib cage as hard as I could. Yeah. Spent the night in jail. No. But they were really good. Shout out to Nudes. And then I also want to say that I keep falling asleep like an old man because I smoke so much weed. I just fall asleep at like 9. I fell asleep at like 8 p.m. yesterday.
Wow. You
'Cause
fall
I
asleep earlier than
deci-
that even sometimes.
I decided to lay down and watch a movie and smoke weed and just dead. No way.
I mean, I'm impressed you were up that long because whenever I'm like back for the holidays and we go to my place to like watch a movie or something, if it's past like 5 p.m., it's just like not going to happen. We're going to get like 30 minutes into it.
It's like laying a child down in their crib and dimming the lights and like putting on James and the Giant Peach on VHS
Expecting
and closing
nothing
the door.
to happen.
Especially in
Yeah.
a comfy ass basement like that. I mean, yeah, it's in a comfy
Yeah,
ass couch.
yeah. I'm sorry. Like, do you guys want to quietly watch John Wick 2 and dim the lights and sit on a giant comfortable bed couch while being really high? And we'll be really high. And we've been eating emos all day. You've had 2,000 grams of carbohydrates.
In the past 30 minutes?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Even your dad was like falling asleep to Tenet when we watched that.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what did I miss?"
Towards that, I can't really blame him for
Oh
that
my
movie,
God.
'cause that was a little too much.
Max, what were you saying about last night at your gig?
Oh, fucking just the show. So there's this fucking band that is just like, they play this venue too much and they're just not very good. And they've got there's like a power metal kind of thing. So like the vocalist has a very like kind of like that sort of shit.
Guitar Hero.
And yesterday he just pulls out the fucking headset mic he just fully blasts a headset mic, and you just gotta. Here, I gotta get you guys like
on stage, like
yeah. Unfortunately, I'm doxing them.
accessacy.
It sounds like you're trying to spell anxiety, but you have dyslexia. Wow.
It sounds like they're playing the Power Rangers theme song.
Wow, they rule. So wait, it's
You'd think.
ecstasy with axe instead of X.
Exactly.
Ecstasy.
Exactly.
We are ecstasy.
Kind of cool, actually. Were they playing the Power Rangers intro song? Because it sounded like that.
No, that's just what every metal band
Yeah, it
that
sounded
is
like
in that age
nobody
range
gonna
sounds
take
like.
my soul. We're gonna take it to the down. Something like that.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, but he's just got a headset mic. He was just blasting it.
I totally thought you just meant I forgot that was like a thing that like pop stars used to do. You know, like wear the headset
Oh yeah,
thing.
just fully.
Oh yeah,
just
Britney
got the-
Spears.
I thought you meant
preacher
like a
situation.
shitty quality gaming headset or something. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
No, it was
But it
very
was
funny.
legit.
Just because it's funny when you see someone like that because they're just like
Right.
they just don't
Right.
know what to do with their hands because they have both of them open. So it's just like
Yeah, I feel like it does you a disservice. It's only
Yeah,
good if you're a pop star that does like choreography, right?
yeah, it's just almost like a handicap because it's just like
right.
just
Got
Ricky
nothing to
Bobby
swing
style.
around.
Yeah. But I was like waiting. I was like, dude, like when at sound check, I was like, I really hope this guy has like a staff or like a fucking like a sword. Just he's wielding
staff.
something. Like that would be awesome. As if just like this, if you have a headset mic, you have full agency to just wield something
It's like nunchucks or
on stage.
something,
Oh yeah. Just have a
something cool.
just something good, like a skull, like a staff with like a skull on it. You know.
Just a fresh one. Still got a little meat on it. Yeah.
But yeah, that was how eventful my evening last
That's
night
like,
was.
that's Red Flag?
Yeah,
That's a huge stage.
it's big, dude. It's
I'm gonna get there when I come back next time.
yep.
Hopefully, it was a
It's-
good show over Christmas.
Yeah, hopefully good shows continue to happen because shit gets canceled left and right. But
Yeah.
that's life. Yeah,
It's whack. I mean, it's whack that people won't take the vaccine.
well, it's not even that. So people that go on tour, they just fucking get COVID, and then it's just like, all right, well, the next week of our shows are canceled, or like the next 2 weeks of our shit, we got to cancel because
Right.
we literally can't play without our drummer, kind of thing.
You totally
Yeah,
can.
before we get into we get into video games, I guess we should mention that just since you brought up that shit, there's a bunch of new vaccine mandates. Young Joey B on the track laid down this week. Apparently, it affects like 100 million Americans. The mandates.
It's not even that
How
big.
so?
It's for federal. Shut up. It's for federal workers, and I think some private workers also. And I saw some TikTok, and it was a guy, or it might have been on Twitter. It's a guy like they just did the vaccine mandate, and 12 F-22 Raptor pilots just walked out. You know. Millions of dollars worth of training, $1 billion aircraft. They walked out. Okay.
Man.
This is getting out of control. Like, talking about how it's bullshit that they have to take the vaccine.
All that training
But,
and they didn't learn that they're dumbasses.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, thank God we spent millions training pilots to pilot weapons of war to
Yeah.
blow people up.
So they can
Yeah.
go.
I want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, listen, I signed up to go. Not fucking.
Yeah. He said, like, you can say goodbye to Taiwan. Okay. Apparently, like, that's the only thing protecting Taiwan is a bunch of planes, I guess. So, sorry,
right.
Taiwan or whatever. He's like, I'd feel really fucked up if I was Taiwanese watching this.
Yeah, dude. It's just fucking.
Anyways,
I'm over
I
it.
have the vaccine. I'll get the booster. This
Boost
shit
me
is
up.
the climate change is a bigger issue than the pandemic at this point because that's becoming a yearly crisis. I mean, it already is a crisis, but anyways, let's talk about Video game. We should see. This is what we can do too. If we start segmenting shit, is we can have segment music per topic, bro.
Yeah, like a bit crush.
8-bit music
Yeah,
for the video games.
we could have. Yeah, we should. What sound should we have? I mean, we already have one video game sound.
Bro, do
we
the
can't
one
reuse
up.
Halo.
Do the
could.
one up from Mario.
Doing
Or the
like
mushroom.
that?
No, sorry, the
the
mushroom.
coin.
Like that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That could be fire.
I think I might do that. I might do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I guess maybe we should talk first about this PlayStation showcase. Tony, did you see that?
Talk.
PlayStation
I saw-
owner.
I only saw the Wolverine and Spider-Man stuff. I didn't know it was a whole ass PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a showcase. It's kind of weird because it's like end of the summer, so
Well, because they
I
didn't
guess
show
they're just
anything
showing
at E3.
shit for the holidays. Oh, they didn't.
Yeah.
So this is making up for that. Okay,
Yeah, this was
gotcha.
like their E3 presentation.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Pretty cool. I didn't realize that Miles Morales was just a spin-off game. I thought it was a direct sequel to Spider-Man,
It's like an
the
add-on.
PS4 game.
Yeah, it's like half
Okay.
as long. It's
Okay.
and I still haven't really played it. I like started it.
I haven't either because it just seemed like
full
it was
price,
a lot of
though?
it was reskins basically. It's like not a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like $40 if you just got Miles Morales, but if you paid $70, you got that plus the remastered version of the
Oh,
first
for
one.
PS5. Nice.
like
Yeah,
$10
so with like
add-on.
ray tracing and like they redid like the character model and like it just looks and plays better. So I got that
Not
one.
bad.
'Cause, yeah, I
love
platinumed
Spider-Man.
the first Spider-Man. Yeah, that fucking PS4 game was awesome.
Just great because it brought back this sort of idle kind of passive swinging gameplay from Spider-Man 2, but it was all upgraded. I remember just listening to podcasts and doing that and doing little side missions.
Oh, dude.
Shit is a vibe.
Doing
That was-
just like comboing 20 bad guys, like learn how to do that. Like that's like they made the combat really cool and the movement, and it just felt like a well-made game.
This is gonna be a very Spider-Man heavy episode, folks. I'm just warning you. Yeah, I didn't know that Miles Morales was like just an add-on. So seeing that they're making a full sequel to it is exciting, and that Venom is the main character, and that Miles Morales is also in it. So there's two Spider-Men, which I only think is fire. And people are saying there has to be co-op, and I think those people will be disappointed. I mean, it would be an obvious, like, awesome thing to have, but I feel like they just
No one
games
fucking
just don't
wants
have
co-op,
co-op anymore.
It's like
really
you-
stupid.
Be lucky to get fucking split screen anymore.
Even though all the most popular games are co-op. Fortnite,
Yeah, right.
Warzone, Apex Legends.
Well,
that
dude,
shit.
it was like the shit where, realizing that like I think it might have been Rocket. No, it wasn't Rocket League. It was like Destiny. Like I was trying to play Destiny split screen when it first came out with my friend, like on the couch, we would just play online and you couldn't. Like they just didn't have split screen. They're like, oh,
Yeah, that's just stupid.
that's fucking dumb. It's fucking
Yeah, I
really
mean that's
stupid.
that was last console cycle when PS4 and Xbox One were coming out. I remember that like none of them had co-op.
Yeah, dude.
Like
Like
no one does co-op.
They were like that was like part of the feature of the new console. Like it won't have co-op.
yeah, unless you both
Less
buy the
features.
console and the game.
Less features than 2002.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game looks good. And then even just the teaser for Wolverine, I trust that game will be very good.
I didn't even see
You think
that.
it's going to be open world like Spider-Man, or is it going to be like an on the rails type thing, like kind of that Avengers game or?
I mean,
new
it's made by
Guardians game.
Insomniac Games, right? And didn't they make?
They did Spider-Man.
Didn't they make? Did they did Spider-Man?
I believe so.
Oh, so I think that'll be right in line with that game. Yeah, I think it'll be. I think the pitch for that game was do what we did for Spider-Man, but do it a little bit more hardcore for Wolverine. And
My buddy was like,
it
I don't know how
very
they're going to do that if he can't move that fast. And I'm like, well, buddy, well, one, he can ride a motorcycle. Two, he's a level 4 metahuman. So clearly his speed is, a little bit higher than the average Joe. he's gonna move.
Do you not know who James Howlett, Logan Wolverine?
James Howlett.
James Logan Howlett Wolverine is?
Oh my god!
You don't know he has the speed of a wild Wolverine that can run 45 miles an hour.
Yeah,
That's
you
how
don't
fast
know
they
that?
run.
Well, did
In
you
the
guys
Marine comics,
play
then.
fucking X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Yeah, what classic.
You ever play
See
that
the
game?
movie and rewatch it a million times. Yeah,
There was another game they previewed, but I didn't really look at it or really care that all that much. But I think it is on the list here. Was it say God of War?
Yeah, no.
Ragnarok.
We can skip over that. That's
Yeah, I don't even know if anyone likes those
I,
games.
I
do they?
totally didn't like feel an intense like emotion in my body when I saw that trailer at all. Like it didn't. It wasn't
cares,
cool.
right?
Anyway, yeah, no.
Right.
It's
no one
fucking-
likes it.
The aesthetics of it look terrible. The story is going to be dog shit.
Thor is fat, so it's bad.
Yeah, dude. And the
Right,
performances
and I'm smart.
are just going to be awful.
I'm literally skimming it on YouTube here. Let me
Gameplay looks
see.
so boring, dude. So fucking boring. There's like hardly any explosions.
I will spend way less than 20 hours on that.
Yeah,
I
dude.
need to keep playing the one I have on the PS4 because I haven't even gotten towards the end of that, or even in the middle of it. I don't think I've even gotten all the weapons yet or anything. I barely started it.
That is like
I got to the snake part, and I'm just after that, like where
Yeah.
the snake, you see the snake for the first time.
dude, that game is like Last of Us level storytelling. Like it's
Yeah.
you got to get on that.
Oh man, I love games like that, dude. That's why I loved Last of Us because the story was so fucking good. That's what I think this Deathloop game is going to be like.
That shit would be tight. Yeah, because that thing it looks great. It looks like
Deathloop?
a fun time. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I get excited whenever I see like a new game that's trying to do something cool. Like,
Sci-fi Dishonored.
yeah, it's made by Arcane Studios.
Sci-fi rock and roll.
Before we move on to Ragnarok, from Ragnarok though, how crazy is it that they were able to completely reboot God of War? Like, and just make a new dope series.
Dude,
Is it a
insane.
reboot or does it continue the story?
It continues the story.
Okay.
The Ragnarok does, and then this game, I think it's also a direct sequel to God of War 3, but I'm not sure.
I haven't gotten a read on that because I think they are follow-ups.
God of War 3, he just killed, yeah.
Yeah.
Because God of War 3, he just kills Zeus. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Because
That's
that was Greek
Yeah.
mythology, and now these ones are like Norse mythology. So it's just like, so I think he like transported realms or something. Like,
and
What's he gonna
apparently
do
this
next?
one's the end of the Norse thing, so maybe he'll go to Egyptian gods next or something.
That would be
like
cool. Or
That
like
would be
goes-
sick.
He kills Buddha or something,
Yeah.
right? Or like,
There's just a floating guy like, Kratos, you have to not want any, and then he just
stabs him in the belly.
bashes his fucking face in.
oh
with
my
his fist.
god,
But
Just
yeah, I need to
murking
finish
raw.
that. I have it on my PS4. Because I remember the first time I played that at your house, it was like, whoa, this game feels crazy.
dude!
Like,
And like watching this trailer, it just looks ignorant. Like the graphics on this shit. These games are living proof that you can have both. Like there's no
Yeah.
fucking excuse.
you can have everything.
Yeah, you can
You
have it
can
all.
Story, you can have graphics, you can have gameplay.
It's just
I mean, the God of War games have literally always been good. I don't know how, but they
Yeah.
literally have always been good. Like, God of War 1, 2, 3 are all good. The PSP games were good. And then this reboot with different gameplay is still good. But
stupid.
Yeah, I watched some of the fight scenes from the old games. Just like it was just on my Facebook feed for some reason. But I was like, damn, this actually looked pretty fire. I missed out, but I didn't have PlayStation back then. Back in the day,
Yeah, you should do that.
go back
I'm
and play
looking
them.
up God of War 3 perfect gameplay or something. All boss fights.
Oh,
Man,
boss
yeah,
fights.
Those do
Anyways.
look a little bit crispy.
A little
Not gonna
brispy.
lie. But
Krispy
yeah, Deathloop,
Kreme.
dude. Very cool shit. It's like a fucking this is what Deathloop's about. It's made by the people who did Dishonored. And you basically play as this guy Colt, who's an assassin stuck in a time loop. every day you wake up on a beach on the island of Black Reef, and basically, it's a former army base where strange experiments were held, and the other residents there have invested in the island and have gathered for a party that basically lasts forever, because at the end of each night, the island resets to the start of the party in that time. So because of this reset, the party goers don't give a shit about their actions or like anything they do, because they wake up at the start of the loop and they don't have any memory of it or any effects from the previous loop. So the main character that you play as, Colt, who's an assassin, is part of this loop, but he keeps his memories after each loop. So he keeps learning the behaviors and the patterns of all the party goers every loop. And so his mission is he has to take out 8 targets across the island before midnight. And because leaving one alive will cause the loop to reset and it'll undo everything he's done. So, and then also if he dies before taking out the 8 targets, he will wake up back at the start of the loop.
That's like that, the action version of that movie. Did we watch that as part of like the pod and talk about it? That Andy Samberg movie? I feel like one of our guests told us to watch it or something. Palm Springs, where he like is at a wedding and he keeps waking up at doing the exact same thing.
Sounds like Groundhog Day to me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This is like FPS Groundhog Day.
This feels like or like a Majora's Mask kind of situation almost too.
It literally says in this Wikipedia page, it says, unlike The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, another game with a time loop that runs in real time, the time loop in Deathloop is not strictly timed and is aimed to give players more time and freedom to take out these 8 targets in one loop. Which sounds interesting.
Yeah, I didn't care for Majora's Mask.
It's interesting to have a game that appears to have some kind of stealth element in it, to have a time loop, because that's kind of what playing a stealth game is trying to do it over and over again and get the right playthrough of a certain area.
it writes in the it writes in the oh fuck, I messed up, start from last checkpoint. Like, you don't even have to do that now. They do it for you.
Literally. It says you use a combination of stealth, parkour, attack skills, gadgets, and powers, just like, Dishonored, and they also made Prey, to move about the world, avoid or take out guards, and learn the patterns of Colt's targets to figure out the right order to eliminate these using guns, melee attacks, or other environmental means. The game features a multiplayer aspect in which the player can alternatively take the role of Juliana, an agent tasked to protect the time loop and take out Colt. So that'll be interesting.
So you can stop, like, as in it's like a deathmatch, or like in the campaign, and you prevent them from.
This is it's so funny.
Tell me more.
Everything you guys say, it's like the next thing says that. When the player takes this role, they enter a random player's game and may interfere with their play. So I think it's just like it's always on kind of thing.
That's very cool.
The multiplayer portion is optional, and players can prevent others from taking on the role of Juliana in their game, instead leaving this to a computer-controlled opponent to try to stop Colt. So I don't know. That's pretty fucking cool, man.
Can I purposefully get into your game and just like fuck your shit up?
Yeah, it sounds like it'll be like kind of open too.
A Dark Souls style situation.
Yeah.
Invasion.
You can do that in Dark Souls?
Yeah, you can invade other players and fuck their day up.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah. That's cool.
Yep.
Have you guys been playing any games recently, or anything particular?
Just Apex.
I played a good round of COD last night, and I had, I think, 8 dubs.
Wow.
In Warzone. Yeah. I mean, Rebirth, but we did get a dub or 2 in regular. But we play a lot of. We literally got, I think, 3 different sets of back-to-back dubs in Rebirth, including my first 2 games of the day, back-to-back dubs.
That's crazy. Fat. They need to get Warzone to be ranked. If they made ranked Warzone, I would maybe come back to play it.
Have you seen the new map? They're coming out with a new map.
I saw the teaser for it.
Yeah, that shit looks crazy.
I've been thinking about getting back into it. As I'm figuring out Apex.
Now that I've figured out how to make my computer run a little less intensively, I feel like I could play it and find a setting that maybe would make it run a bit smoother. But even still, I've heard everyone gets fucked. It fucks you up. And like that error where it's just like it'll just pause your game every 6 seconds for like half a second.
Oof.
Yeah, that can't.
It's just like I can't play it. I can't play it. Like, what do you want me to do?
I wouldn't play if that was happening.
And like, if that happens every third game,
Yeah, I feel.
come on,
not
come
cool.
on now. Like, come on, Activision. What am I supposed to do? You got nothing.
Blap division.
Yeah, been playing a lot of Apex. Been playing a lot of Half-Life. I played some Half-Life 2
Nice.
this morning.
Had like Half-Life as well, or Half-Life 2, the game.
Half-Life number 2, the game.
Got you,
Tony.
got you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Very
Which is
sick.
really good. It holds up. It is a bit like moody and scary and depressing though. It's a vibe.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
know? But I
I'm-
do feel like I'm in 2004 when I play it. So
Very sick. I'm gonna. I restarted playing Tales of Symphonia for GameCube on my computer, so I'm just trying to like sink 60 hours into a fucking JRPG.
hell yeah. Oh, that's your favorite fucking game, Tales of Symphonia?
Oh, that's one of them. But fucking
Everyone knows that about you.
everyone knows that. But when I move back in with my aunt, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up my desk like against a wall, and then the wall directly behind me, I'm gonna put my TV, and then I'm just gonna run an HDMI to that, so that I can just like have emulators running and just fucking just do this
Right.
and just hit my mic like that.
Just a little 180. Yeah.
Little one. That sounds absolutely crazy.
Because I'm trying to get that Super Smash Bros. Melee Online mod going. Get
You're
that.
nuts.
Yeah, dude. Get some
You're
online Melee going.
nuts.
It's fucked.
That would be sick.
I love that Smash Bros. Is open source.
Let's move on to music. Did you guys listen to any of the albums that either came out or that have been out?
I mean, every single day at the gym, Donda and Certified Lover Boy just alternate, just songs from that, and that's just all that plays there. So I've heard both quite a bit now, and I hate that sexy song.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, but you know the rest is like tolerable to good, I would say.
Yeah, let me play it again just to myself, just so if I can remember, like if I'm lying. I'm just gonna pull up the music video real quick.
Just because it can get you to move.
Because sometimes I hate on a song, and it's like, you know what? This is Drake we're talking about here. He's put a lot behind this song. They made a full music video. Maybe it's good. Maybe they're gonna make me like it, as Rory and Maul would say. Let's see.
Yeah, but like Future's saying, like, I'm too sexy for this trap. Like, what does that mean? You know, like
What does that mean?
he's not even that sexy. He's sexy, but too sexy for the trap.
What's that all about? What's that all about? Why's he gotta be
I mean,
like that?
the beat's kind of hard. I mean, the beat is hard, but no. Yeah.
This is Drake though. Like, are we gonna pat his back for putting out mid shit? Like,
No.
No.
And same with Kanye. I'm not gonna pat his back for putting out mid shit, but I don't think he did. I saw like a 10-second review of it or something, and the guy was like, "It's bloated and messy, but it's beautiful," or something like that. And I was like, "That's a
see
good."
that too.
That's
Yeah.
I saw that as well.
I was like,
I
there's
did not.
clearly a lot of effort put into it. Not every song is Hurricane, but you know,
To me, it's kind of a sequel to The Life of Pablo. It's like he's actually able to put out a long play, album.
Yeah.
it would just be nice though if you put out just
Something
a
a little bit-
10 song ripper of just like off the grid Hurricane and only songs of that caliber, and it was just like certified the best rap
Yes.
album in the last 2 or 3 years.
I watched the couple Fantano reviews that came out about these albums recently, and I think he did say it well that like I miss Kanye being kind of like focused and actually being decisive with his art, like actually just like putting out like a complete, organized, completed project.
Right.
Like we haven't gotten that since Yeezus. We haven't.
Right. That's what threw me off about Pablo back. And I was still a Kanye hater at that point because it was like the cool thing to do. But that album is just like, not the cool. It was like the not cool thing to do. But like, I thought it was like, like, oh, he's just insane. And this album, like Pablo is just an absolute mess and all over the place. But it was like clearly way forward thinking because everything that came after that, I feel like, was inspired by it a little bit. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. Just like sort of the crazy production on it, like, I don't know, like a lot of what Tyler does and that kind of stuff, just like hip hop that isn't as straightforward as like a Lil Baby or Gunna type stuff, which is good too. Just a different thing,
True.
I know a lot about hip hop. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, dude. I'm basically
Ask me anything.
an expert. I wrote papers on it.
Yeah, I'll tell you every hip hop.
Tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
I was gonna say, just while we're on hip hop, closing that out, just the Baby Keem project. I listened to that. It's pretty solid.
those are good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good artist. Like, it kind of feels like you're listening to like the Krillin of the Dragon Ball Z rappers, but he's still Krillin. He's still legit. He's still legit. He's still important. But I don't know. There's some he does some fire, and I don't say that to diminish him. I just think like it's like a certain style that's very like, I don't know. I feel like it complements through verses and through
Better than being
moments better than being the main attraction. Yeah. But that's just how I view him now. Maybe he will prove me wrong in the future, but the album does show that he is an artist that can stand on his own for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll need to check it out.
I think he's dope. I want to like sit with it, give it more time because it's really interesting. There's a lot of really interesting moments with Kendrick.
Yeah.
He sounds really interesting in a lot of parts.
Top
he
of the
does some
moment.
very risky shit with sound, or just interesting shit, different shit with sound.
Let's get the shit.
Is he on TDE?
Like, and I think that's cool. And he produces all of his shit too.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not even judging it. The same applies for Tyler as it applies to him. Like, that doesn't matter to me. I don't give the people necessarily extra credit for that. It needs to still sound good, but it does sound dope. Like, he has his own style.
Yeah.
And I like it too. I
It's
feel
like
it comes from a weird, cool place.
The credit comes from it just being better because he wrote all of it. It's like, that's that's just kind of how it is. It's just like I produced all my own shit. It's like, okay, cool. That just means you wrote the music that makes sense for you, and that's why
the
you make
credit
good
only
shit.
really matters if it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's good, then it's like extra fire for you.
Exactly.
But if it's bad, then it's like it's not.
Doesn't
better or
matter.
bad
You don't get
because
points.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like going to a show and like seeing a band and be like, wow, this band sucks. And then just like someone coming up to you and just being like, yeah, but they wrote all this music, dude. They wrote it all. It's theirs.
Yeah.
They're not a cover band. This is all them. It's like, okay, I don't like it. I don't care. But yeah,
I don't like it.
But yeah, you guys should definitely check that out. It's also like a good. It feels like the how in Crackdown had the Halo 3 beta attached to it. The Halo. That's kind of what it feels like. The Crackdown album to the Kendrick Lamar. LP coming soon. Because he appears on it many times.
Exactly.
But, Turnstile. Max, I don't know if you wanted to talk about that.
I didn't even peep that.
You gotta get on that, dude. You gotta get on that shit.
Nice.
They're fucking really cool. Because it was funny. They when they started, they were like a hardcore band that had like 311 shit in it, and people were just like, it's just 311. If they were a hardcore band, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, kind of, but it's still fire, and it just like
it's still fire.
It's like, and they kind of like built upon it. And this new album is just like. There's just straight up pop songs on it. Like they just they just will sprinkle, and it's a really short rip. My only complaint with it is it just kind of ends out of nowhere. You're like, oh fuck, It
did end out of nowhere. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. It's got a cool like that fade out and then it fades back in. Like that is pretty sick, but like it feels it just like you don't realize it ends. But anyway, that's a cool fucking album. I really.
What's the album called?
It's called Glow On. It's the pink one.
Yeah, I'm not even like a really big, necessarily across the board hardcore fan, but I liked this. I mean, I liked I don't know if they would be hardcore, but the band we saw at, I think it was I think Firebird. We saw them at, and I think it's named after a Black Flag song. I forget their name, but we saw them.
God damn. I'm trying to think.
It was
now.
like, but they were a hardcore band. And I liked them.
Oh. Was it? Let's see. Was it at fucking the Melt Banana show? No.
Yeah, I think so.
Melt Banana.
Oh, was it?
I remember you talking about that.
Braining?
No, but I think I remember them, and they were good. I might have been at a different show.
Yeah.
Maybe one you played at, actually.
Okay.
I think it was.
Yeah, I can't.
But anyways,
I'm high. I can't remember right now.
like I like
I'm
hardcore
liking
music,
this.
but I don't like some of the like aesthetics attached to it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is. Like
Cargo
I
pants.
really don't. And like gauges and like shirts, like Tony style, basically.
Yeah. Well, that's
Tony
the thing.
style.
Yeah, that's
Like my old
that's the
style.
line right there. It's just like
Right.
like these guys are like just New York hardcore that like kind
Mm-hmm.
of pivoted into just like being more poppy.
Mm-hmm.
But like
But the style of pop they're doing is still just fair game.
yeah, it's
still
like
hard,
it's
hard
like
as fuck.
got a lot of like soul roots almost, and like kind
Yeah.
of like it's just like it's some cool shit. It's like R&B focused almost. Like there's like a spoken
it's
word
dope,
part
man.
at the end. It's like it's all just a dream.
It's
like
kind
for just like some
Yeah.
fucking guitar chords. It's like
The album cover also really evokes that kind of like psychedelic, kind of like I don't know. It kind of reminds me of Sunbather a little bit.
yeah. God, I need to listen to that. I forgot I had that on vinyl.
Yeah, dude, that's a great record.
Such a fucking good record. They fucking pivoted too. They're like doing like the shoegazy pop shit now too.
I would just
Dope.
tell
Go
someone
for
that this is a rock album, you know, because if I told them that it was like hardcore, I feel
It's
like
a shoegazy, hardcore, psychedelic,
Right.
gay R&B record.
yeah,
Oh fuck.
that's
Yeah.
good stuff though. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tony, you should definitely give that a solid rip or two.
Yeah.
You would
It-
really like
it
it.
goes
It's
by really
very
fast.
interesting stuff.
That's how
Yeah.
you know it's good. It's
And
like,
also doesn't. It's short songs, but you get a lot out of each little snapper.
Yeah, they're all under 3 minutes.
yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
33-minute
305, except
record.
for one.
Feels like 15 because it's just so fucking sick. And it's really
Yeah.
and it sticks with you. It's really catchy.
Yeah, it is catchy as shit.
But yeah, that's
Catchy
Turnstile.
as shit. So check those albums out. Check out the Baby Keem album. Check out Turnstile. I also noticed that Baby Keem's album came out on PG Lang,
What's that? Oh, the label.
which is the Kendrick Lamar label.
Oh,
And I think Kendrick
yeah.
Lamar's album, this is his new album, will be the last one on TDE. So
Yep.
that's exciting.
Which is crazy because I thought but Tony, because you Tony said that you has also said the same thing.
You Tony.
Tony,
You tell Tony, did you tell Tony?
Did you tell Tony that Tony told you that?
Oh, Tony,
Tony on the track.
it's so Tony, it's so Tony, it's so Tony,
Tony, Tony. Talk to you.
You talk to Tony, Tony?
Speak.
Just,
What is on your mind?
What you talk to Tony today?
Just not even opening your mouth. Tony, talk to you.
You talk to Tony today?
Oh yeah. I thought he had
Anyways.
stake in that company. Is what I was trying to say,
Oh,
but he doesn't. So.
oh,
They are cousins. Did you hear me say that earlier?
We do
Keem
know
and
that.
Kendrick?
That has been established.
We
Is that
are-
old news.
we are.
I'm just finding that out now.
We are.
So real quick, I watched like 5 superhero movies this week.
Wow. That's
2 of them I had already
last
seen.
thing I expected to hear you say.
Yeah, and I've heard. It seems like you enjoyed them for the most part too.
Which ones are there?
Well, okay, so the last one I have there, I didn't finish, but I've watched the first half of it.
Okay.
And I could say a thing or two about it, but I
Yeah.
watched the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 1 and 2 films,
Good choice.
which are phenomenal. Spider-Man 1, perfect film. Like, it's flawless. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2, a little tedious with the...
MJ and Peter.
Yeah, like, oh, I can't be there. Why?
Right.
I gotta
Literally-
take shit with them.
And
Like,
he like tells her that he can't be with her, and then he like is trying to learn like poetry to like get her back, and it's like, bro, she wants you.
Yes.
like she already wants you so fucking bad. And you're like, how do I win her over? Yeah. That literally lasts for the like 2 hours and 15 minute run length of the film. Like it literally that does not get resolved until the very end. And it sets us up for Spider-Man 3 with her running out of her wedding to come to him. It's very romantic, and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is going to be dope. And I don't even want to rewatch Spider-Man 3 to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that's the only tedious part. But the fighting is dope in that movie. The action is really sick.
That fucking train fight scene is honestly like I've been kind of disappointed in the new Spider-Man because I don't really think any of the fight scenes have been cooler than that train fight scene, and that was made like 20 years ago.
So it's funny you say
Or
that
15.
because I watched Spider-Man Far From Home, and I actually did think,
Oh,
you
damn
know,
it.
like it's funny, these Marvel movies, it's like watching a TV movie. That's kind of how I approach it now. I don't
That's how
approach it.
That's how
Yeah.
Shang-Chi felt, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just feels like I'm watching a TV movie. It feels like I'm watching a TV special. Like that's how I approach it. I don't, and I just approach it as like really high budget TV.
Yeah, that's when they're putting it out at that rate. So it's really like,
Right.
you know, it's like a little bit more expensive than like, well, I mean, really not. It's they're fucking come out on the streaming platform, so they basically are that, and just they also show them in the, you know, it'd be like if fucking Netflix eventually like decides to put one of their movies on or in theaters, right? Like, is that any different?
kinda like
No, it's the
that.
same thing. Streaming service.
And it's like I've been watching this show for literally 13 years, if you can look at it that way. You know, like I've been watching this show forever. So it's kind of like, you know, and
that's why they all have the same
I'm
tone.
invested. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
And it's like, well, I'm just saying I'm invested, or I know enough about it that shit can hit every time I watch it. Like the part where Happy Hogan, they're all getting cornered by drones, and they're all like admitting shit. And he's like, I'm in love with Peter's aunt. And they all look at him, and he's like, I thought we were sharing. Like, because they were all saying shit because they were about to die.
Yeah.
And him and just Jon Favreau, who, by the way, doesn't keep any kind of good physical shape for these roles at all. It's just like
He's just Jon
like,
Favreau.
Yeah, he's just Jon Favreau. Just saying, I thought we were sharing in like that sarcastic with Tony Stark vibe. It was just like, yeah, it literally made me laugh out loud.
Yeah,
Like he for sure
just
made
gets
that
you right
executive
there.
decision
Yeah.
to hire Marissa Tomei and
Oh,
write
she's
in.
so fine. She's
Yeah.
so
It's
fine.
obscene. bro.
Yeah, it's obscene.
It's ridiculous.
But what I was saying about what you said, Tony, is that I actually thought like some of the shit Peter was doing with the webs and the acrobatics fighting the drones was actually kind of cool. Like,
Yeah, it was cool.
I like to see different new ways Spider-Man moves around, and like the fact that like he literally has become an Iron Man, where he's like in the jet and like selecting what his suit's gonna be. Like that's pretty sick.
I agree. I think I don't know. I feel like it's all like fully CGI, right? So or I guess I don't know. The train fight scene was a mix, I guess, but I don't know. It just felt like it just feels more impactful than a lot of stuff he does. Like he's fighting drones. I want to see him fight the Sinister Six. We're on Spider-Man 7, you know. I want to see him fight
Sinister
6 fools
Six.
at once. He can do that. He's that strong. He literally, like in the comics, will just take down an entire X-Men team. Like, dude
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super OP.
He's insane. Yeah. And he's still like really young, but it's like, all right, we're on movie
7.
8.
Yeah.
You know, 8.
Well, coming up 8.
Trilogy, 2 Garfs, and then this will be
2 Garfs. You got the trilogy, the 2 Garfs. You got the 3 Rams, the 2 Garfs. And then you got the double Hollands.
Yeah.
All right.
And he's also been in Civil War and in Infinity War. And
Civil
at the end of
War,
Endgame.
Infinity War, and Endgame. Yep.
He's been to war.
He got
made-
his
He's in the Iraq War.
He's made appearances in them many wars.
He literally got shit on in Endgame too. He couldn't
Spider-Man
even handle shit. Like,
goes to Afghanistan.
no, he's still
Yeah,
super
he should
young,
be way more powerful. I think they're gonna make him more powerful though.
I hope so. You know, that's what I was hoping to see after in Far From Home. But it kind of let me down. You know, I was like,
He's
he
still
beats.
literally 16. I
Yeah.
know.
Or
I know.
17.
I know. Like in Spider-Man. I mean, in Spider-Man, he's 18 when he gets bit. You know.
Yeah.
He graduates from college right after he gets bit. He's probably 18 or 19 when he like really is doing his shit.
In his
From high
bag.
school, he graduates.
But this is a much younger Spider-Man, and also like, you know, he is powerful as shit. I mean, the way he jukes out Mysterio, just grabs his arm, and he's like, "You can't trick me ananymore." Like he's a badass. That's some Spider-Man-ish shit.
No, there's some cool shit, and
Peter
the way
Tingle,
they
you know,
the way they did Mysterio, I think is great. Like the way that they're
fit. Yeah,
with the way that they're like upping these bad guys to like that was probably the coolest part of Shang-Chi is like how they made the rings. You know, they made them like I think they're just like more basic, boring, elemental type rings in the comics, but these are like a fucking you can do literally anything you want with them. You know, and so they like made him
go around your balls.
like they made Shang-Chi, who's like a street level karate guy, to fucking he could literally fight any of these insane galactic whatevers.
And
there's like
entities.
And there's a teaser at the end that was like it's a beacon. The rings are a beacon calling to something. So perhaps it'll be Galactus, or I think it's gonna be the fucking guys that are coming. The fucking huge dude that you saw in the Eternals trailer.
Yeah.
When it was like, and it was
Dude,
just
the
like,
Eternals trailer, that movie could be fire if they get the action right and they have not just terrible writing. That's the one thing I'm afraid of. It's not going to be written very well. But
I mean, the jokes that they have already put in the trailer like just leave the worst taste in my mouth. But
yeah,
if if what's his name, Richard Madden, Rob Stark, that guy, and if he puts in a good performance and he's like really badass and a cool character going forward, then it'll be cool. I mean, I'm trying. Yeah, that's the thing these days is like you got to come to peace with like what these movies are and not be like, I was really hoping they'd do something different. Like,
I really hope the script would be good. It's like, what would make you think that it would be good? Like getting a decent script is like that was a strong Marvel film. It's like when the script's just baseline decent and engaging.
Right.
You're like, wow, that was Captain America, Winter Soldier. That was actually a screenplay. Like interesting. Like there was actually a story to it. Mm-hmm. But anyways.
No, yeah, but it's all worth it, I think, to see like fucking Captain America jump off his motorcycle onto like a fucking like a what do you call it? A vertical takeoff.
Harrier jet,
and then throw his shield and knock out both engines, and then like catch it and like flip off it and land on his bike again and shit like that. It's like, yeah, that's I'll take. And that was actually in the good one. That was in Winter Soldier, but I guess all the action in Shang-Chi, like, it was worth. Well, I paid probably $15 for the ticket.
I hope. Disney Marvel, they probably never will, but I do hope that someday we get some more shit like Logan, though, which I watched for the first time, which has like R-rated Wolverine action in it, which is
we're not going to get any R.
Yeah, probably never.
Disney stuff.
But
that's
wasn't Venom R?
No, it's not. Like that needs to be
PG-13.
Yeah. That's why I'm excited about the fucking
Oh, that's right. It was
the
supposed to
Batman
be.
shit, because that shit's, I'm pretty sure it's R, and it's
I just feel like they give up too much market capacity or something like that to make it R. They're like, we're cutting off too many bucks to make it R. It's just like even if you're not a Disney movie, it's like but we could sell this property to Disney. Like we could sell this type of film or something.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I mean, didn't Joker kind of prove that was bullshit? Or did it not?
well, DC just doesn't care.
Joker did
Oh,
really
yeah,
well.
DC doesn't care.
Yeah.
What?
Or Warner.
Joker did do very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It grossed $1 billion.
But I also feel like Joker is less of a superhero movie, even though it is. It's
Well,
also
that's
just
why-
a huge IP that was in a movie that was borderline rated R already.
Yeah.
And that's what the new Batman's going to be. It's not going to be a fucking...
Is it rated R, the new one?
God, I hope so.
Yo, Joker grossed more
God,
than
I hope so.
Dark Knight.
The
Batman story can only be told in R-rated language. But yeah, Logan, very dope. Really cool action, very sad. I
Very
just feel like
sad.
X-Men doesn't get enough credit. I feel like I
don't know. It's PG-13.
I wish it would get the MCU treatment. Like I wish it would get more like better writing and a more fleshed out character development and story than these
DC?
these chopped up. No, Marvel, X-Men. Than these like
X-Men,
Bryan Singer fucking rape fantasy films that he makes because he's a pedophile.
Well, they're gonna they're gonna write in the X-Men and on Fantastic Four and all them with their own movies and
That's
stuff.
the plan.
Yeah, absolutely. They didn't spend like $20 billion buying Fox to not make
Right.
$1 billion movies with the X-Men.
It's a fact.
It's
That's
But just such a cool world, such cool characters. I hope they do it right, and I hope they find a good Wolverine. I feel like who would be a good Wolverine? I don't know if there's any.
David Batista.
the fucking for
Diesel.
some reason like the leading fan cast
Diesel.
is like Daniel Radcliffe.
No.
No.
Look it up. It's
No.
like it's literally like there's articles
Oh
about
my
it.
God,
There's articles
damn it.
written.
No.
Daniel Radcliffe. Wow, Wolverine is literally the second suggestion.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, this
Jesus
picture.
Christ.
Come on, man.
No.
It's from a movie that he was in recently. He like
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
look wise, I'm fine. It'd be like a super young Wolverine, but
No fucking shot,
he-
bro. I don't want him as Wolverine.
he's got like a he talks
No.
like this, you know.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Hey,
gonna
be
be straight up
careful,
with you.
my
Chuck.
mind, at
I'll
least.
slice you right up.
I'm telling you right now, if he becomes the next Wolverine, I'm Corbaining myself. Like,
No,
I'm
he doesn't
gone.
want to do that.
I'll slice you right up.
Like he was like, no, I don't want to do like shit that's part of like a fucking
Good.
machine. He wants to do his own like
Yeah, do your non-machine shit. Don't ruin our characters.
It's funny
Yeah.
because he's trying to get into fucking Pattinson's bag now because Pattinson is Batman. It's just like,
Yeah.
all right, well, now Robbie's gone from the weird bag, so I'm gonna
Right.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
swoop in
yeah.
on this.
Although that movie does look like it might be weird, but
I hope
the last thing I wanted to say, just like about these Marvel movies that I watched the Raimi films and I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch Far From Home, even though this shit might make me depressed. And it actually was pretty tolerable if you just kind of like haven't seen one and you watch it once. Like it's not a bad thing to watch once.
Yeah,
no, it's tasteful.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
nothing too like
to a degree. Yeah.
it's like nothing too gaudy or like
Yeah, it's not. It's
You
not
know?
like. It's not Spider-Man 3 for sure.
yeah.
But each film they do something you kind of don't expect. Each film there's something or some kind of action or some kind of moment or something that happens that does catch you off guard a little bit. Like in the Ant-Man shit versus the Wasp. Like I've never seen that one. Like them like taking the building and making it this big and like putting it in their car, like taking the cars and putting it in a Hot Wheels container.
Hell
and you have
yeah,
like
dude.
60 cars on deck. And like the quantum realm shit, the visuals there. And like, I don't know, the action, how they like zip around going small to big to small to, like they do a good job of turning that up to 11 at least. Like the
Yeah.
action and the superhero elements of it, like the visual
what I'm
elements
saying.
of it. they at least do try to make those pretty exhilarating. I just wish that maybe they came out half as often and the stories were twice as well written. I kind of just wish that was more the case, because then you would have like a collection of like all banger films. Like,
like
you know how like
year.
Pixar doesn't make a film every like year; they make one every 2 or 3, but they're always fire. Like, I feel like they've gotten worse the more frequent they've come out. The Pixar films, like, because they spend time to invest in the story and like. I don't know. I kind of wish they did that more, because clearly they were really trying to do that at the outset. Like, they really gave Captain America his own vibe. They gave Thor his own thing. They gave Guardians its own thing. Iron Man, all that shit.
See, and you would think like, okay, well, where's more profit? Where's more profit? Like, you know, putting out, you know, 3 a year or 1 a year. Like, what they're going to do 3 a year. But now it's like, okay, well, if these are all only making $500 million. Especially like in COVID times, like, okay, well, maybe you would make more if, you know, you did 1 a year and that shit made over 2 billion. You're making more that way, you know?
Yeah.
So
I definitely think now their strategy is to just keep pumping shit out, because they're uncertain as to the health of the industry itself, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
who knows?
Yeah, they're kind of. It's content, baby. They're playing the content game.
Content, baby. Gotta get that content.
More content, the better.
Content, baby.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Let's look. I hope that we get some better shit in the future, movies and superhero movies.
See, what I really want to see is like like an HBO Max or like you know, like a Breaking Bad quality times 11 Batman show. To where it's not like CW, it's like, you know, it's like, you know, 6 to 8 hour long episodes per season, and it's just insanely well made, and it's not, and it has really good fighting in it, but it's like not a CGI reliant at all, and it's just, and it goes through like his whole, you know, history, like there, you know, season 1 is like a year 1 to Long Halloween type shit, and then season 2 is like Nightfall when he Bane breaks his back, like that whole shit, you know, and then and then you get one where he's got his son now, who's Robin. Like, they have so much to work with, and like they can make such a long, like, dope show, and I think that maybe is what we'll see eventually. You know, because who knows if theaters will just die out completely. I don't think they will. Like,
I would just like more interesting original sci-fi and fantasy films. That's really what I want, because it's just like they just keep remaking shit, but there's so many people that have come up with such interesting, cool stories that are sci-fi or fantasy. Like this Dune shit. It's like, yeah, Dune's cool. How about you give like a movie like that to someone who's probably written a better version of Dune in a screenplay format for a movie. Like, I'm sure there's people that have written really good ass scripts. I just wish they would make new shit. That's all. Because the reason I love these superheroes is because they come from very original, cool, fun ideas and dope, innovative, interesting, creative stories. But it gets old when it's just remakes. So
there's been a few good original sci-fi movies in the past decade, like Looper and
dude,
and like
in comparison to like the 80s or any other time frame, like, bruh, Looper as like our best sci-fi movie in the last 10 years.
Let's go.
What about Oblivion? You seen that one?
Nope, I've never
Tom
seen
Cruise. This is a good one.
No.
Seen,
I will say Ex Machina was the
Tomorrow?
best. Ex Machina was the best
That
sci-fi
shit was
movie of the
nuts.
last 10 years for sure.
That movie was crazy.
Ex Machina. I liked Annihilation also.
Oh,
But that's based
I
on
did
books.
too. It got
Nuts.
weird, but
Yeah.
but
Oscar Isaac and Build a Bitch Workshop. That shit's nuts. That shit was wild.
Fuck. I was gonna have us answer some questions, but we're an hour and 15 inches deep into this baby, so I say we cut it off. But there was a lot to talk about. A lot came out. I watched a lot of shit. You know,
save them for next time. I only saw one question in there. You said we had a bunch.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I have not read.
Oh, okay.
Emails.
Chew.
So.
let's
It
say
says 6 actually on the
geez.
on the boogity. So we'll
Guess I'm
see.
stupid.
I guess you are. Anyways, guys, what an episode. Really appreciate it. Was a fun time.
Of course.
Yeah, good ep. Good
Another one in
time.
the bag, 102. Enjoy it.
Goody,
Two
goody.
more to the 2-year Annie.
If right, oh fuck. Yo, guys, if you enjoyed this shit, you're at the very end of the recording, so I'm assuming you did. Spread the word. Just subscribe on YouTube if you don't. We'd appreciate it. Post about it, clip it, join the Discord. We got a Discord link in the description for that. I'm always trying to play games and just hang out, even though I don't. I don't really as much. I hang out with Max and Tony a lot, but I do want to play more Left 4 Dead and Halo games and shit like that. And when Halo Infinite comes out, we're gonna need to big body sesh that.
Yeah, that's
big custom
sesh.
game
I need to have a
session.
PC chair by that time. Perhaps just a secret lab Titan or Titan Lab, whatever the fuck they're called. But just appreciate the love, y'all, for watching all the way through to this point. And we do this. This is episode 102, so we do this every week. So tune in next Monday. There will be another app, baked fresh for you. So have a Gucci Doochie and enjoy. We love you.
Later, Gators.
Bye.